I finally found a day off where the weather isn't actively trying to kill me. It still wants to be dead, but it's not trying as hard. The bow you see before you today is a 1956 Bear Polar. It is a dual shelf semi-recurve. What semi-recurve means is that it is not a full working recurve bow. That came later. This is what I would consider the pinnacle of my bow collection, and this is also the first one that started it all. If you were to look in any online catalog, any reference material, and maybe even in Bear's own collection at Bass Pro Shops, I do not believe that you are going to find a bow that is in better condition than this one. Got some slight stress marks, a little bit. The tip overlays are in perfect shape. The silk screening looks like it just came out of the factory. I believe this was purchased, put in a bag, and then forgotten about until it was found in the dumpster outside of an estate sale in South Florida. In fact, I was a bit confused about the date. So in George Coppin's Bear Archery Traditional Bows, the perfect reference guide that I use for everything, you can see on page 195, chapter 21, in 1955 and 1956, the Bear Polar is transformed into a 64-inch double-shelf semi-recurve carrying red glass. It retains the form-fitting saddle-type leather handle and a near-center shot design. It was now available only in 64-inch length, which this is. The tips are finished with white overlays in some models, which must have been later in 1956. Bear Archery begins hinting at its utility for bow hunters as well. In 1956, a darker wood accent trim is used between the laminations. So there's the darker wood accent trim. If you look even in his own reference guide, it's a pile of garbage. I'm terrified to shoot and string this bow. I have done it. I don't like how it shoots. It's loud. I've had this thing for over a decade, and I don't even like stringing it. It's terrifying. I'm not gonna string it until I'm on camera so we can see it fucking explode if it were to do that. I don't like how this thing shoots. I don't like how this thing sounds. It's way too old, and I definitely should not be even considering putting this out here, but I own bows to shoot, not to hang up on a wall and stare at. So that's what we're gonna do. It's actually a worse predicament than I thought. My bow stringer is too short for this bow. I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way that makes everybody cry, me included. I don't think I'm gonna be able to string this bow. It is... Whew, it flips. Ta-da! Then I'm going to have the nicest wall-hanging Bear Polar on the planet. And with that, I'm not going to shoot this anymore.